So the little issues I had with leakage with the technician who was trying to do this, I'll release the video about the gaskets later on. Some of you new guys, younger guys don't know about these, older guys do. He was having an issue, finally solved it, and I was having an issue too, and I was getting upset. I didn't have lunch at that time, and I was getting a little antsy. I get snappy when I don't eat. So fixed it, holds pressures, holding vacuum. I'm about to charge it. I'm only using one line. You see what I'm doing right here? I have one line. Look what I'm using. I'm losing the, I got the low side going into the high side. Yeah, that was a nice combination there. I'm supposed to have the high side, but no big deal. I don't need it. I don't need lines. I don't need gauges. I could do everything by shaking the can and just guessing and holding temperatures. Isn't that how we do it? Just joking. No low side. I'm not hooked up to the low side. I'm not going to use the low side on this one because I explained in a video I haven't released yet. Maybe in a week or two or three when these videos get caught up. This bracket's in the way. There is no physical way to get a connection on there. So everything's being done through the high side. What I did have to do that, because expansion valves don't like to pull backwards and it's a really restricted orifice tube, I had to pull extra long, vacuum, get it all the way down below 500, hook it up to the recovery machine, then hook it over to a tank, purge in some 134 in it, because this had 134 in it before it was retrofitted before. New dryer, new switches. That switch is not that important other than it should work. Purged 134 into it until it had about 1 psi. Once all the 134 went through the expansion valve into the low side, and I was still out with 0 pi, then recovered it with the recovery unit down to the micron range. Then I put it on the vacuum pump down to below 500 microns, 390 microns I think I got it to, and I performed that 3 times. So basically I did, instead of a nitrogen purge and flush 3 times, a triple vac and a flush, I did it with refrigerant. Why did I do it with refrigerant? Is because I'm doing through one hose and I cannot do a proper vacuum pulling from the high side because I don't have access to that low side port. So I'm making sure I have no nitrogen left in the system, and I want to dilute the ratio of parts per million of nitrogen down as far as possible by pulling down below that 500, putting a little 134, recover that, and repeat that process 3 times. And then recover it down again. And this is a dirty vehicle that makes a lot of smoke, so I'm not even going to start it up. I'm just going to fill it up with refrigerant, liquid, 1 time, disconnect, let them have it, and I'm not even going to test drive it or do anything like that or test it, because I know new compressor, oil, proper refrigerant charge, dryer, good vacuum, and I don't need to test it. It will work unless the expansion valve doesn't work. I might get my temperature sensor gauge. Oh shit, where can I put it? Let's see, I could tell my needle knows right here. Nope, that is coolant. I need to get a hold of some metal. Oh, here we go. It's going to be hard. I think it could go down, but I need to attach to the metal to take the high side temperature wherever I could get onto a line and get my pressure off of temperature, get my low side line, look for metal wherever I could get one of my clamps on it. I think I gotta go, I have to get it from underneath. I have to go from under the car. We're on the rack, and I'll do my temperatures by using pressures. And as long as it doesn't pull too cold like a restricted expansion valve, we're good to go. I don't need to know my high side, and I will do everything by temperatures only. Refrigerant line temperatures only, no pressures, because I can't get on the low side and I don't care about the high side. So long as I can drive up the pressure to make this switch hot enough to activate the electric fan, and as long as I see the thermal fan clutch, has that ever been changed? This is all exterior. The thermal fan clutch is inside. That looks original. Probably would be a good idea to change that. And that's it. All right, guys, I'll be back in a week or two, but I'll release this on the Facebook channel before I release it on my YouTube channel.